Oh, I'm not plugged in. Right. Good. Let's give everybody a moment to turn up. And I'm going to make a cup of tea. Who's saying no camera? Is that Brie?
No, I'm going to get on Maya.
Who's a message?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, Brie, look at this face. This face has been absolutely destroyed from head to toe by a dickhead doctor. I'm sure you look lovely.
No.
Who's going to watch Grammar Language Geeks, for heaven's sake? We are not Beyonce. We do not need a wind machine and highlights on our cheekbone. Come on. highlights on our cheekbone. I'm sure you look beautiful. Brie, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Then you can't even look bad then, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, I had a fever for like 4 days, so I look disgusting still.
If Brendan can show his face, you can show your face, Brie. Brendan, you have a lovely face. I'm pulling your leg. Je me fous de ta gueule. Right. Let me just make a cup of tea. How annoying are you going to be? Am I allowing myself a coffee? No, I'm going to do tea. I'm going to stick to tea. Just give me 1 second. One second, and then we can get going. I've been at my friend's house where they have a kettle. No, they have a hot water option on the tap, on the faucet. So you turn the thing and straight away boiling water, marvellous. And then you turn it the other way and sparkling water comes out. So you have to pardon the gesture. You go with the edge of it, turn it left and then boiling water. You go and turn it right, you get sparkling water. If you just turn it on normally, it's normal water. Marvellous, marvellous. Robinet is the tap. L'eau du robinet. If ever you go to a restaurant in France and they say de l'eau, and you say oui, alors l'eau du robinet, because otherwise you pay. If it is a carafe d'eau, you know, a carafe d'eau is like a jug of water. 1 second. I need a tea. Come on, come on, come on. Lovely. Brendan, you're top left. Let's start with you. So say for me, Luke, do you want tea?
Luc, est-ce que tu aimes le thé?
Pause. When we speak to two people, we don't need always to use est-ce que. Yeah, we're quite okay to say, ouais, tu veux. So how do you say, do you want tea?
Tu veux le thé?
Pause. Is tea a noun, a verb, or an adjective?
A noun.
What do we stick before a noun if we don't know? Am I talking about all tea?
No, no.
Am I talking about a quantity of tea after the word, a quantity word?
Yes.
Am I talking about a quantity of tea after a quantity word?
Oh, no, not after a quantity word.
No. Am I talking about a negative verb? I don't want tea.
No.
Therefore, what do I go to? What do I go to with a noun? I go to?
Day.
If it were feminine, but if it were masculine singular, it would be?
Masculine singular. Do.
Listen to Auntie Lukey. I will not repeat this shit. This shit is one of my pet hates. Say to me the word le latte.
Le latte.
That is for when A, you have the word the in English. B, you are talking across the board. Say to me the word de.
De.
That is for when you have A, a quantity, like, kilo de pommes, beaucoup de pommes, moins de pommes. B, when you have a negative verb, j'ai pas de pommes, j'ai pas d'argent. or C, if you've got like a preceding plural adjective, like ils ont construit deux nouvelles maisons, or even in a compound, like livre d'étudiant, student handbook or something. But apart from that, if it's not those situations, even if in English you're not going to say the word some, you use du, de la, des. So if I say, do you want tea? How do I say, do you want tea? Tu veux
du thé?
Now say it to me like you've done a French class. Close your mouth and say it quickly.
Tu veux du thé?
No, you've gone back to de, haven't you? Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. What word are you saying before tea?
Du.
So say it to me in one go. Tu veux du thé?
Tu veux du thé?
Blur it. Tu veux du thé?
Tu veux du thé?
Coffee is also masculine. How do you say, do you want coffee?
Tu veux du café?
What's the missing word before cafe?
Tu veux du café?
Thank you. I can hear vowels even blurred, guys. How would you say, do you want cream? Cream is feminine. Do you want cream?
Tu veux de la crème?
Thank you. Are we clear, people? Yeah, we don't use de like out of nowhere. Brendan, stick with you. What's the word for water?
Oh, l'eau.
Great. So pause. What did you just go to say?
L'eau.
Good. Why the water though?
Oh, I just thought it'd be
Why?
okay.
Why? So if I'm not telling you across the board, what's it going to be?
Oh,
Or a standard, the one you should learn it with is, what's the standard most common thing then that's going to go before a noun that we've just agreed?
do. Do, no.
No. Keep going. What's the feminine of do?
De la.
Can I say de la with o?
No. De la.
What would
de
it
l'eau.
have to become? Thank you. So say for me, a glass of water, which is a quantity.
Un verre de l'eau.
Stand still, bitch, which is a quantity. Which word do I use with quantity?
De. Un verre
So say for me a glass of water.
Un verre d'eau. Un verre
Thank
d'eau.
you. Do you want water, which is generic?
Tu veux un verre d'eau?
Learn to listen. Do you want water? There ain't no glass there.
Tu veux de l'eau?
Thank you. Understood? We can't say, I've got the lights in one place. We can't say do unless you've got whatever, a glass of water, a jug of water. Do you understand? We can't say do. You can't say do and then a noun. Do me another one, Brendan. Say for me, I'm going to buy cherries. What's the word for cherries? I don't know why I went with cherry. Lost it years ago. What's the word for cherries?
Cerise?
Lovely. Cerise. So say for me, I'm going to buy cherries.
Je vais acheter des cerises.
What's the word for cherries that you've just said?
Cerise.
Cerise. It's an S. Okay. So say for me, I'm going to buy cherries. Go.
Je vais acheter des cerises.
Okay. I'm going to buy 3 kilos of cherries.
Je vais acheter 3 kilos de cerises.
Duh, because it's a quantity. Yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't got any cherries. Lukey took their cherry. They haven't got any. Lukey took their cherries. They haven't got any cherries. No, they haven't got. They haven't got.
Il n'a pas de...
Still. You disgust me. It's only the twee joy of my Cadbury's mini egg mug which is keeping me going. Say for me, they have.
Ils sont.
No, they have, not they are.
Ils ont.
Thank you. Now say they haven't.
Ils ne sont pas. Ils n'ont pas.
It's not going well, is it, Bren? Say for me, they haven't. And again.
Ils n'ont pas.
Would we agree this is a negative verb?
Yes.
So would you say they haven't got any cherries?
Ils n'ont pas de cerises.
Thank you. All right. We could also say ils n'ont aucune as well, couldn't we? We could do that. Clear, people. If you hear a the in the English, use le, la, les. Obviously, if you say a quantity word with a le, la, les, that shiz is going to join. Would you please say, I've eaten a lot of the chocolate you gave me? I received all your gifts. Oh, no, I didn't. Not one of you bought me a fucking thing. Up you go. I've eaten a lot of the chocolate you gave me.
J'ai mangé beaucoup du
Stand
chocolat.
still, you basic bitch. What's the word for a lot of chocolate normally?
Beaucoup de
Normally, a
chocolat.
lot of chocolate. And again?
Beaucoup de chocolat.
Lovely. Just because we're going quickly with the mouth, Bren. Lukey likes the quick mouth, but don't go beaucoup de. We're still going to have the in there. Beaucoup de chocolat. Did Lukey say that when you hear the word the in the English, that you're going to have the word the in the French? Did I say that?
No.
Yes. How many seconds ago?
It's probably a few
Rhymes with dirty. How many seconds ago?
30.
Goodness gracious me, well done. So if I say lots of the chocolate, what does that mean in English? Lots of the chocolate, lots of the specific chocolate. Yep, if any of you had bought me a sodding thing for Christmas, you'd have known this. So say for me, lots of the chocolate. How am I going to say lots of the chocolate? Brendan, what's the word for of? What's the masculine word for the?
Du chocolat.
So now say for me lots of the chocolate.
Beaucoup de chocolat.
Yes, but why don't you like it? Because you're not saying it in the whole sentence. Lots of the chocolate that you gave me. Just say that. Lots of the chocolate that you gave me.
Beaucoup de chocolat que tu me donnes.
You gave me is an action. It's going to have an auxiliary.
Que tu m'as donné.
Close your mouth. Beaucoup de chocolat que tu m'as donné. Lots of the. Say for me, I've eaten a lot of the chocolate that you gave me.
J'ai mangé beaucoup de chocolat.
No, we're going. I can't tell which words coming before chocolat, which is probably your intent and purpose anyway.
J'ai mangé beaucoup du chocolat que tu m'as donné.
Close your mouth. J'ai mangé beaucoup du chocolat que tu m'as donné.
J'ai mangé beaucoup du chocolat que tu m'as donné.
Lovely. So now go the other way around. I've eaten lots of chocolate. I've eaten lots of chocolate. We're just back to a basic bitch quantity word.
J'ai mangé beaucoup de chocolat.
What word came before chocolat?
De.
Show me on your body. Show on the doll where Lukey touched you. Show where the dirt vibration is. Thank you. All right. Final thing for you, Brendan. Lots of friends. Say for me, he has lots of friends. Not you. I know your parents had to hire them. Say for me, Luke has lots of friends.
Luc a beaucoup d'amis.
Lovely. Lots of the friends that Luke has live in France. Lots of the friends that Luke has live in France.
Beaucoup des amis de
Thank you. Des amis. What the hell? Will somebody please shoot him? Beaucoup de guns are wrong and stupid, and governments that allow people to buy guns in freaking pharmacies are not clever governments. Beaucoup des amis. Thank you. All right, because there's lots of the friends. All right. What are you doing this evening? Finish me off, Brendan. Steady on, Luke. I'm going to see friends. Say, I'm going to see friends.
Je vais rencontrer.
Stand still. We've done this.
Yes, we've done.
You are not allowed a bloody week off. You bloody, if you're bare-chested and under the duvet, you bloody do a week even if you're sick. We're not having a week off. You go to shit. What is the verb to meet somebody the first time?
Rencontrer.
Are you meeting them the first time if they are your friends?
No.
There's an element in social French nowadays, guys. Like if I obviously very, very frequently meet people in Paris or London or the States even that I've worked with online. And there is a debate about whether you could use rencontrer because effectively you're meeting them in person for the first time and you know them all really well. That happens loads. It's one of the great pleasures of my job. But generally, if you're meeting somebody for the first time, rencontrer, if you bump into them, rencontrer, otherwise retrouver or just merely voir. Yeah, and I also said see. So could you please say for me, I'm going to see I'm going to see friends. I'm going to see friends.
Je vais voir mes amis.
I didn't say my friends, bitch. I said I'm going to see friends.
Je vais voir des amis.
Good, because it's not all friends. Okay. If I said friends are a fabulous thing. Friends are a fabulous thing. How would I say friends are a fabulous thing?
Les amis
Thank you,
sont...
because I'm talking about them generally across the board. All right? Good. Lovely. Sit down, sit on your hands and pray for forgiveness. Lovely. I'm coming to, I'm going to go bottom right to Tia. Okay, Tia. Following my conversation with Brendan, I would like to tell you the following things. Following that, I'm going to drink some tea. Following my conversation with Brendan, I'm going to tell you the following things. Following that, I'm going to drink my tea.
En suivant ma
No.
conversation.
Okay, up we go. So, did we all catch the 3 different usages of following? Following a noun, suite à. What form of a word, Tia, my darling, is à? What form of a word is à?
Préposition.
And when we have a preposition, well done, we can obviously link it. Suite au, yeah, AUX or not, okay? So if it's following and then a noun, suite au projet, suite à la réunion, suite au rendezvous, it's going to go to suite au. If we then say following as an adjective, we have suivant or feminine suivante. So for example, le client suivant, yeah, whatever the following, pieces of information, alors les informations suivantes, it would just be an adjective. In theory, we could also use suivant for in following the car, I discovered where Brendan lived. I placed a tracker on him. En suivant la voiture, lovely, 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 lovely. It's all right, there was a return address on the Christmas present. Yeah, whatever. Ungrateful motherfuckers. So basically, lovely. So if I said suivant, that is the adjective principally. If I then say following that, I'm then going to say, okay, ensuite. That's the standalone one. Okay, ensuite. Okay, there's loads of other expressions with suite in French, tout de suite, all this kind of stuff, but that's your main 3. So let's see if you've got that in order, Tia. The following questions will be interesting. The following questions will be interesting.
Les questions suivantes seront intéressantes.
Good. Following my conversation with Brendan, I want to do something terrible. Following my conversation with Brendan, I want to do something terrible.
Suite à ma conversation avec Brandon,
I want to do something terrible.
Je veux faire quelque chose de terrible.
Lovely. Can you just go again? Suite à ma conversation avec Brendan, je veux faire quelque chose de terrible. Do you know how people become fluent in French? They speak French fluently. Fake it till you make it. Don't, with the homework, move on until you can say it at a human speed. Yeah? Ouais, alors suite à ma conversation avec Brendan, je vais faire quelque chose de terrible. Off you go.
Dans ma conversation avec Brandon, je vais faire quelque chose de terrible.
Would you all give us the honour of hearing you in your native tongue? And would you imagine that you're speaking to your partner, your husband, your wife, I don't know who you're with, but could you basically just in the middle of the night, you go to the bathroom or you go to make a drink and you see that he's up. How would you in the middle of the night with the most unbelievably familiar person that you know, how would you say, don't worry, I'm just getting a drink? Like completely in the most unbelievably familiar way with somebody that completely knows your voice. In Finnish, how would you say, don't worry, I'm getting a drink? How would you say that?
Ära muretsema, joon lihtsalt vett.
Listen to the fluidity in your lovely voice. And what a pretty set of words that was. So when we practice, we cannot be doing this. If it's somebody that knows you, you wouldn't go, I am just getting a drink, go back to bed, I love you. Okay? Do we? We don't say that. All right? So whenever you practice something, A, because otherwise it sounds a bit dodgy, a bit strange. B, it's the best way to get the grammar in muscle memory wise. And C, we need for your listening to come on a treat, and that's the way to do it. So say everything in this blurred, slightly faster way or slightly slower way, I don't care, but just blurred and casual. All right, lovely. Tia, let's do another one with you. Let's do ainsi. So let's do ainsi. Any idea on the 3 different usages of ainsi? No. So ainsi at the beginning of a sentence means and so, like in English, and so, like et alors, ainsi. Ainsi at the end of a sentence means like that in posh French. Brendan, don't do it like that. I'll tell you how I want it done. Ne le fais pas ainsi. Ne le fais pas ainsi. Ne le fais pas ainsi. Ne le fais pas comme ça. Ainsi que in the middle means as well as. We went round Brendan and he prepared pizza, gluten-free, dairy-free, as well as wine. Alors, on est allé chez Brendan. Alors, il avait préparé de la pizza, some pizza, yeah, ainsi que du vin. They're my 3 ainsi. Ainsi beginning, ainsi end, ainsi que in the middle. Let's see if you can learn the system. I've never seen it like that. I've never seen it like that, Tia.
Je l'ai vu jamais ainsi.
Good. We can use comme ça, but je l'ai jamais vu because adverbs after verb number
Yes. One.
1. That's it. Okay. Okay. So je l'ai jamais vu ainsi. Come.
Je l'ai jamais vu ainsi.
I don't mind comme ça, but just as long as you know it could be there. Brendan said de instead of du, and so I'm going to kill him. Brendan said de instead of du, and so I'm going to kill him.
Brandon a dit de
Au lieu
de de.
Au lieu de du. Yeah. Au lieu de du. Linguist listen. Au lieu de du. And so I'm going to kill him.
Ainsi, je veux le tuer.
I'm going to kill him.
Je veux lui le tuer. Non, lui tuer.
Save me, I'm going to kill Brendan. So I'm going to kill Brendan. Killing is wrong and violence is wrong, unless it's in the bedroom and asked for. Save me, I am going to kill Brendan. So I'm going to kill Brendan.
Je vais tuer Brandon.
Good. Direct or indirect?
Direct.
I'm going to kill Brendan. Off you go.
Je vais le tuer.
No. Give me what I gave you. I'm going to kill Brendan again. Say I'm going to kill Brendan again.
Je vais tuer Brandon.
Good. I'm going to kill him.
Je vais le tuer.
Good. Got it? Sometimes the mouth prefers different pronouns purely on a muscle memory level. It might just prefer lui. It might just prefer lui. All right? But it can't be. Je vais le tuer. Okay? Great. I'm going to use my hands as well as something dangerous. I'm going to use my hands as well as something dangerous.
Je vais utiliser mes mains ainsi que quelque chose de dangereux.
Good. Ou les mains. Je vais utiliser, je vais me servir des mains. Je vais me servir de les mains. Je vais me servir des mains ainsi que quelque chose de dangereux. Good. Lovely. I'm coming to, who's I come to? I'm going to come to Denise. Let's look at 3 different ways of using instead.
Okay.
So instead of, au lieu de, to the place. No, let's do another thing first and then go back to this with Denise. So 3 different ways of using the word place.
Okay.
Place, endroit, lieu. So if basically, hang on, sorry, someone keeps messaging me. Just give me 1 second. Keeps flashing up. It's getting a bit strange. Can someone just be a bit careful by their microphone? It's just a little bit, cray cray. Go away, we'll be back later. Right, okay, lovely. Right, so basically, place the general word, as in like, there's a lovely place near here that does Mexican food, whatever. Ooh, I could really eat that. Un endroit. Endroit. Things to remember, en pronounced endroit with an element of R in it, not endroit. Endroit, it's got an element of an R in it. We don't pronounce the T. It's masculine. So if we said a beautiful place, how would we say, Denise, a beautiful place?
Un beau endroit.
It begins with a vowel. I don't believe we will. How would we say, please? A beautiful place? It begins with a vowel. We don't say un beau endroit if it begins with a vowel. How do we say it?
Un bel endroit.
Good. And how do we spell belle?
B-E-L-L-E.
No, that'll make it feminine, wouldn't we? It's not feminine.
B-E-L.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. An old woman, une femme plus âgée, or une vieille, not that we like to say it, it's a bit rude, une vieille dame, une vieille femme. An old man, un vieil homme, because homme starts with a vowel sound, V-I-E-L. A new man, I feel like a new man, so I shall have one. A nouvel homme. We don't say nouveau homme. Yeah. There's a novel. Yeah. Bel Ami. They made it into a film, which was a bit pants. Un bel ami. Americans pants, because our pants means underwear rather than trousers. So yeah, pants can mean a bit bad, a bit crap, a bit rubbish, a bit useless. Lovely. So un bel ami. So in other words, go for me again. A beautiful place.
Un bel endroit.
Great. So there's this place near here. Il y a un endroit près d'ici. Whatever. Place in the formal sense, lieu. You will mainly come across it in the expression instead of, which we'll talk about in a second, au lieu de, or the phrasal verb to take place, avoir lieu. No writing, Susan. We write after the class, not during the class, you lazy cow. You go over your class afterwards and you make notes then. What else have you got to do with your life? Nothing. Devoid of meaning and purpose, apart from the French learning. Put your damn pen down and focus. We don't put it on a piece of paper, we put it up here. Okay? Good. I break pens. I don't care if they're gifts from people for the 21st birthday. If I see pens in my class, they get thrown out the window. I mean it. So your brain is precious and sacred, not a piece of bloody paper. So say for me, Denise, say for me, the final one, place, a place. Where do pens go? What's the place for pens? In the bin. Place, la place. Yeah, we have place, de la place. Une place, university, une place, à sa place, in its place. À sa place, we say at its place, in its place, à sa place. So that's like an individual location of a small object. Yeah, okay. Good. Or place, like Place Voltaire, place, whatever, the name of like a, whatever. So, right. So with that in mind then, so could you say for me, she has a place at the conservatory. No, she has a place. There aren't any places. There aren't any places. Denise, could you say there aren't any places? Unfortunately, there aren't any places.
Il n'y a pas de place.
Well done on the de, because it's a negative sentence. Yes, il n'y a pas de place. Good. If you said there isn't any space, you could say il n'y a pas de la place, meaning like place, space. Yeah, for that, rather than il n'y a pas de place, places. Yeah, you could do that as well, but you gave me the one I wanted. Okay. There is a place near here which sells Mexican food. There is a place near here which sells Mexican food.
Il y a un endroit près d'ici qui vend de.
Why vend? Are you saying vend or vend?
Vend.
Which one are you saying? Because your teeth are closing and I'm hearing a hybrid. Are you saying vend or vend?
Vend. Without.
Lovely. Now, if you're not ready for the next bit, Don't say vendre because you don't know what the next one is. The next word you're going to use would need to be said quickly anyway, because it is the kind of word which is said quickly. Yeah, as you know, articles are not things that we dwell on. So if you need to take time to work out what's going to come next, which sells Mexican food, don't be saying duh in any great hurry. Yeah, it's because you need to think of what you're going to say after it and then say that in one go. So say for me, which sells Mexican food. Il y a un endroit près d'ici qui vend, c'est en avant. How do I say Mexican food?
La
Are
nourriture.
we talking about all Mexican food?
No.
So will you bloody listen, all of you? I do not want to teach Day versus Slay ever again. Bored. Off you go. So how do I say food? If I let's forget the Mexican for a moment. So how do you say there's a place near here which sells food? Just say that for me. There's a place near here which sells food. Which word are you going to use for food, Auntie Denise?
Nourriture, alimentation.
Not in a kind of like selling it commercial kind of a way. What word do we want that in a restaurant way? Start with a C. Cuisine.
Oh, cuisine. Okay.
Right. So it's a feminine word. So say for me, which sells food. So there's a place. We wouldn't say cuisine on its own here, but just for the grammar, let me just hear it. So there's a place near here which sells food. I'm going to want cuisine. There's a place near here which sells food. We wouldn't say this, but just say this to me without the adjective. There's a place near here which sells food.
Okay. Il y a un endroit près d'ici qui vend de la cuisine.
That's right, de la cuisine, because it's feminine and it's not all food. Agreed?
Right.
Il y a un endroit près d'ici qui vend de la cuisine mexicaine. Yeah? Or de la nourriture mexicaine, if we just put de la cuisine, it'd be better here, because it's like, yeah. Lovely. All right. Good. Instead of, or say for me, the meeting will take place. What did I tell you the verb was to take place? What did I tell you the verb was to take place? What do linguists do?
Listen.
Avoir lieu.
Avoir
lieu. The meeting will take place. Go.
La réunion.
This is my bored face. Very close to my angry face. What is the verb you've just given me to take place that you've just told me?
Avoir lieu. Well
done. It was only 9 seconds ago. Is it a normal verb, Denise, or is it a verb with basically a bit of phrasalage going on? Is it more than one ingredient?
Yes, it's a phrase.
And therefore, what do we do in these kind of verbs? We isolate the basic bitch verb, hiding inside the middle of it. What's the phrase? I apologize, I can't speak. What's the first verb? I had gluten 3 days ago, so I'm thick as. So how would I say, what's the phrasal verb? What's the main verb in the middle of that compound? What's the main verb there?
Avoir. So
and that is not avoir. And that is the one we conjugate.
Right.
That is one we conjugate. We're very good at conjugating avoir because it's also known as an auxiliary verb in other places. So say for me, will take place. How do we say will take place?
Aura lieu.
Good. La réunion aura lieu. Quickly say for me, Denise, the meeting took place. Actions have what? Off you go. The meeting took place.
La réunion aura lieu.
What? I can't hear you. What came after La réunion a
lieu.
What? Spell for me what you've just said.
Lieu.
Spell for me the words that come after réunion. So la réunion, so REQUTUNION.
Right.
Yeah. And then what's coming next?
A.
Spelt.
A.
Yeah. Then what?
LIE.
No. What's the verb to take place that you've just told me?
Avoir lieu.
Avoir lieu. Don't be afraid of a diphthong. Do you know why I like diphthongs? Because it shows me that people can slide. Lieu. We should be sliding between all vowels anyway. It's just on this occasion we don't have a consonant before it. Do you see what I mean? We should slide anyway. So what's the verb that you've just given me?
Avoir lieu.
What's the main verb in avoir lieu?
Avoir.
So if I asked you to stick avoir in the passé composé, what would it have on the end of it?
Just a.
No. Say for me, I had a coffee. Action, I had a coffee.
J'ai eu un café.
Thank you. Will you please tell me what is on the bottom line of all have verbs?
The auxiliary.
No, have is the auxiliary, but what else is on the end of it?
The past participle.
Which in this case is?
Lieu.
No, that's a noun.
I know, that's what I don't understand.
Don't play adult, don't play marketing, don't play I'm a sensible adult woman, you've been a baby, I've told it you. What goes on the end of avoir on the bottom row? J'ai what? You've just told me already.
J'ai eu.
Spell it for me properly and say it for me properly.
J'ai AI. E is EU.
No, that's not how we pronounce it. You've already said it beautifully for me today. You said it beautifully a moment ago.
J'ai eu.
Thank you. I tell you every week, people. U is not pronounced U there. Anywhere else in French, fuck yeah. V, p, kh. Like a little, I'm peckish, you know, whatever, you know, fine. Un peu, a little bit. Do you listen? Un peu. Même pas un peu, not even a little bit. But basically, EU after the verb will always be U, like j'ai dû, j'ai cru, j'ai pu. It's part of that family, all right?
Mhm.
So if I'm on the bottom bloody line, you guys always think that j'ai plus a word is past. Because j'ai mangé, j'ai pris, j'ai whatever sounds like past. So when you say things like j'ai besoin, you think you've gone into the past. But Denise, how would you say present tense I need if you were using besoin rather than il me faut or je dois? How would you say I need using besoin in the present tense, in the present tense?
J'ai besoin de.
Great. So in other words, if I then went into the bottom line, I need what?
Exactly.
J'ai eu besoin, j'avais eu besoin, j'aurais eu besoin. It needs its own bloody auxiliary. The fact that you've got avoir lieu, save your bloody lieu until you finish with avoir. Yeah. So say for me, the meeting took place. La
réunion a eu lieu.
Much better, nice teeth and nicely joined. Well done. Brendan, if I see a pen, put your hands on your head, Brendan. If I see pen, good. Right. Lovely. Well done, Denise. So let's go to next one. Let's go to Susan. Your hair looks fine. I don't care for your hair. I care for you listening. Good. The end of January, no one's decided to listen yet. No, Elizabeth listens, and she's actually got compromised hearing sometimes. So there you go. Isn't that appalling? The person with the worst hearing listens the most. Good. If we went to the word confuse, I'm in a clean-up mood today, as you can tell. If we went to the word confuse, here are the 3 rules. I'm going to give it you, and then you're going to give it me back. If you say, I confuse something, you need to decide in French whether you are confusing 2 things, as in Luke has a twin brother. Yes, there's 2 of me. I think people stopped confusing us at the age of about 18 months, and then we look different. But basically, so to mix things up, oh no, I've confused the salt with the sugar, that kind of thing. That is the verb confondre. To melt together, effectively. Confond, j'ai confondu, whatever. All right? So, you know, whatever. That is to confuse 2 things, one with the other. What verb is that, Denise? What verb is that, Susan?
Confondre.
Nice twang, nice nasal. If we mean the verb to, oh no, it's confusing me, a lot of the time, that verb will be ébrouiller. Bruit, like, not bruit, like noise. Bruit, B-R-O-U-I-L-L, you know. So say to me, ébrouiller.
Ébrouiller.
Not bruit, brou. You're going by the O-U. Ébrouiller, ébrouiller.
Brouiller.
Lovely. Now, there's a video on this. Bruit versus bruit sounds. There's a video. Yes, if you type bruit, B-R-U-I-T, or you could just go back through the videos, you'll find this one. The verb you will be familiar with is se débrouiller. That's nice French. Je me débrouille. I get by. I demist myself, basically. Il fait du brouillard. It's kind of foggy, misty. Have we come across that one? So ébrouiller is to kind of think of it as misting up. It confuses you. Ça m'ébrouille. Il m'a ébrouillé with like confused me with all of this kind of stuff. All right. So that's the second one. So that has confused me. I am confused. Adjective. Back to the C word. And not my favorite C word. Confus. C-O-N-F-U-S. Or for a lady or someone who chooses to identify female. Confuse. Yeah. Confuse. So I'm confused. Je suis confus. Je suis confuse. Luke's confused me. Luc m'a ébrouillé. I've confused the two tenses. J'ai confondu les deux temps. Let's see if Auntie Susan is listening. He confused the two cheeses. He got the two cheeses mixed up.
Il a confondu les deux fromages.
Good. And hearing the word fondue and fromage together makes me hungry. It's confused me. Action. It's confused me. It's confused me. Action past. Nice choice on sat because it's a verbal action. It's confused me. So I like that. Good choice on sat. Action. It's confused me.
Confuse.
What's the verb that goes there?
Confus.
No, slap yourself somewhere non-arousing. And would you please say for me the verb that began with an E that we talked about when something confused us?
Wait.
Listening, guys. It's shocking. We've got to get you listening. If you want a little if you want to be frightened, I'm going to send you all Isaac's class. Hang on, I'm going to do it now. I've just did Isaac today. Isaac's class today is about advanced listening. And it's all about blur. Actually, let me see if I can find it straight away. It will scare the shit out of you because it's basically all about blah, 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 and the kid does. And I've had to teach the kid to listen. He's got a music master's, or he's doing one. You'd think he could listen, but no, people don't listen. You've got to listen. What was the verb when something confuses you? As in, I'm not sure. What verb was that again, Auntie Susan?
Ébrouiller.
Or ébrouiller, yeah.
Ébrouiller.
Ébrouiller, yeah. Okay.
Ébrouiller.
Okay. Good. So say me that confused me.
Ça m'a ébrouillé.
Smoothly, or you already won't remember it.
Ça m'a ébrouillé.
Lovely. I'm confused. You're a lady. I presume you identify as female. I'm confused.
Je suis confuse.
Lovely. I come to Melanie. You ready, Melanie? Used to. Être habitué à. Avoir l'habitude de versus s'habituer also à, which is the process. So a lot of the time in French, we have similar sounding sentences because one is a process and one is a statement. For example, he is married. Il est marié. The A there, yeah, is the verb to be in a copular relationship with the adjective married. Il s'est marié, same syllables, il est marié, il s'est marié, has converted the verb to be into an auxiliary verb of the reflexive to get married, to get yourself married. All right. The only person that can marry directly would be the vicar, the priest, the rabbi, the whatever it is, faith healer, whatever it is that you're going to. Okay. I don't mind as long as you wear a pretty dress, boys and girls. So basically, if I said he is used to something, adjective, il est habitué à. He's used to something, il a l'habitude de. Possible slant there would be no, ignore what I was going to say. And then s'habituer is the process. Melanie, I'm going to get used to it. No, I'm going to get used to the system. System is masculine. I'm going to get used to the system.
Je vais habituer au
Pause.
système.
What was the verb to get used to? What was the infinitive?
Habituer, se habituer.
Final answer, which one was it?
S'habituer.
Ah, and what came after it?
Au.
In the words of the great Beyonce, well, it wasn't her originally, listen, I will say it again. It's also like if a teacher goes, right, listen to this triple bill, it's like, I can guarantee you were about to use this. The verb to be used to. Être habitué à. The verb to be used to. Avoir l'habitude de. The verb to get used to, the process. S'habituer à. And as I said earlier, the two with habitué both take à. S'habituer à. System is masculine. Could you please say for me, I'm going to get used to. So is this a description of you being used to it, or is this referring to the process, Melanie?
The process.
Then remember which one it was. I'm going to get used to the system.
Je vais m'habituer au système.
That's lovely. Say it for me a few times. Je vais m'habituer au système.
Je vais m'habituer au système. Je vais m'habituer au système.
How would you say I'm going to get used to it? By the way, Melanie, what kind of verb is it called in my method when we have a reflexive verb and then an at or a de on the end? What do we call that?
Phrasal verb.
No. Well, yes, by definition, but more specifically, an A. An AB. An AB.
ABC verb.
For fuck's sake. Yes. What is an ABC verb? Pardon the vulgarity. It is a reflexive verb with a dick. Yeah. Yeah. Or a she-we. Let's make it like both. So s'habituer à. So how would you say I'm going to get used to it?
Je vais m'habituer.
You disgust me. Say for me, I'm thinking of the situation, which is feminine. I'm thinking the situation.
Je pense à la situation.
Good, thank God it was pensé à. Say for me, I'm thinking of it.
Je lui.
No. What does à become when it becomes a pronoun?
J'y pense.
When it's a neutral concept like this, not a person. J'y pense. Thank you. Is there any reason we can't do that with a reflexive? No, we've done it to death. So say for me, I'm going to get used to it.
Je m'y habitue.
No, we're not there yet. I'm going. We're in the I'm going. We're not in a tense. Not in a tense yet. Give me I'm going.
Je vais.
Now give me get used to it.
M'habituer.
Where's the it gone?
Je vais m'y habituer.
Say it for me 3 times.
Je vais m'y habituer.
Say for me action auxiliary. I got used to it.
J'avais m'habituer.
No. Say for me action. I got washed.
Je me suis lavé.
Say for me I got used to the situation. Feminine.
Je me suis habituée à la situation.
I got used to it.
Je m'y suis habituée.
Good. You've all done with me, all of you. Yeah? Tu t'habitues, tu t'habituais, tu habitueras, tu t'habituerais. Il est intéressant que tu t'habitues. Whatever. Avant de t'habituer, tu t'es habitué, tu t'es habitué, tu te seras habitué, tu te serais habitué. Il est intéressant que tu te sois habitué. Après t'être habitué, tu t'y habitues, tu t'y habitué, tu t'y habitueras, tu t'y habitueras. You've all done that. You know, tu t'y es habitué, tu t'y étais habitué. You've all done it. You've done it with on. Tu te souviens de, tu te souvenais de, tu t'en souviens, tu t'en souvenais de. You've all done poetry pasts and all of them with on and e. Yeah? Je me suis, tu t'es, il sait, nous nous sommes, vous vous êtes, ils se sont. Je m'en suis, tu t'en es, ils s'en est, nous nous en sommes, vous en êtes, ils s'en sont. Je m'y suis, tu t'y es, il s'y est, nous nous y sommes, vous y êtes, ils s'y sont. If you find that hard, then just run through them all again. Top 6, bottom 6. You've got to be on top of that. Good. Brie, you there, my darling?
Yes.
Oh, no, sorry. I haven't finished Melanie's other 2 examples. So, Melanie, I'm used to people who don't listen. I'm used to people who don't listen to me.
Je suis habituée aux personnes qui ne m'entendent pas.
Ne m'écoute pas, lovely. I'm used to this kind of thing. No, so I'm used to seeing this kind of thing.
Je suis habituée à
It's kind of nicer. It's kind of nicer in the status rather than in the transformation to use j'ai l'habitude de. Yeah, j'ai l'habitude de. So that means j'ai l'habitude de. I'm used to seeing this kind of thing.
J'ai habitude.
J'ai what? J'ai what?
J'ai habitude.
J'ai what? Learn to listen. J'ai
l'habitude de
listen to
voir.
Auntie Lukey. Listen to Auntie Lukey. A, I did say it. You had 3 sentences. That's not a lot of copy pastage. Not being mean. That's not a lot. B, yes, there are phrasal verbs where we don't have a the. Il a peur. We don't say il a la peur. Il a besoin. We don't say il a le besoin. But other times, j'ai tendance à. We don't say il a une tendance. Well, you can, il a la tendance, but you can in different sentences, but it's not the point here. So sometimes you don't, with a verb which has become very well established, pardon me, yawning, very well established, you don't need the in the phrasal verbs. All right, good. Let's go to Brie, and let's do what was the 3 I was about to do? 3B. It's a nice little 3. Oh yeah, instead. We didn't get back to instead. Let's do instead. So if you're saying instead of, au lieu de. If you're saying instead without the verb, so we were going to order an Indian, but we got this instead, that will be plutôt. Not plus space tôt, but plutôt. We can have plutôt que de, we can use plutôt in the other one, but for the moment, stick to what I'm saying. You can use them together. Instead of speaking French, she spoke English. Instead, sounds a bit odd in English. But given that they're a different word in French, that's fine. Au lieu de parler en anglais, au lieu de parler en anglais, il a parlé en français plutôt, for example. Yeah, you can use that as well. So that's a nice little instead. So could you please say to me, Brie, I was going to order Chinese food, but I ordered Indian food instead.
Je vais.
Pause. This is a problem even my advanced lot have. Go is a verb which will leap phonetically into all infinitives, but in all tenses. I am going to order, lovely. I was going to order. What's I was going?
Je commandais.
I was going to order. I need to put the verb to go into the was tense, which even advanced people don't seem to like doing. What's I was going?
J'allais.
That's it.
J'allais.
That's it. Don't forget, people. And the same with come. I was coming. Je venais. I'm coming to see you. Je viens te voir. Not je viens de te voir. Yeah, as I pointed out on the video the other day, both on Instagram and here. Je viens de versus je viens. Yeah, I'm coming to see you. Je viens te voir. I've just seen you. Je viens de te voir. All right. Nice. Save me. I was going to order Chinese food.
J'allais commander de la cuisine chinoise.
Well done, Brie, because I mean, to be fair, you've had 3 people do it already, but yes, because it's basically just 1 second. One second. Good. Lovely. So save me. I was going to order Chinese food. J'allais commander de la cuisine chinoise. Yep. And then say for me, but I ordered Indian food instead.
J'allais commander de la cuisine chinoise, mais j'ai commandé la cuisine indienne plutôt.
De la cuisine. De la cuisine.
De la cuisine indienne.
Let me tell you how common this thing is. I like to listen to music. J'aime écouter de la musique. You want to say la musique. It's not all music generally. It's like just some music. J'écoute de la musique. Okay, good. Instead of ordering a Chinese meal, go on. Instead of ordering a Chinese meal.
Au lieu de commander un repas chinois.
Chinois, yeah, good. Yeah,
Chinois.
Yeah. Nice joining, Brie. I ordered an Indian meal instead.
J'ai commandé un repas indien plutôt.
Good. Brie, you can go first next time because I'm on the half past. We will do more problem solvers, confusions between 2 well-known things and 3 known things next time. Has this been quite a useful format?
Yes, for me,
Good.
yes.
That goes for all of you. Yeah, it's quite a good clear up, isn't it? So we will do we're doing more of a problem solving thing next time. Good. You know the thing, guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching at home, please remember I need to pop last week's one as well. Last week's one up. So there's a coffee link under the video where you can purchase me a coffee to say if you appreciated the video. You guys have got the link, you know what to pay. Thank you very, very much, guys. I will see you next week. Well done, well done, well done.
Merci, merci. Thanks.